I think I have the weirdest family ever. So, I have my sisters and the people in my family like to joke a lot. And so I was talking to my dad, like he just got home from work one day, and he walked in the house and looked straight at my mom with this face. And she's like, "Yeah." And he says, "Is it bad if a midget tells you your hair stinks? Because that happened to me today at work." And then my sister, who's about 10, she's held up 7, 9 fingers. So she's 9. She sits there and she says, whenever we pass a cop, "You'll never get to be alive, coppers." Yeah. And my dad's also told me a bunch of jokes like, "I like to braid my armpit hair and your mama like to lick it," which is really ugh. And he says that he's going to grow out a beard so long that he's going to be able to braid it into his armpit hair. Ugh. And then my sister Aaliyah tells like the most randomest jokes at random times, such as just she makes a lot of funny faces and stuff, and it's really weird. And then I've asked my dad a few times what he does at work, and he's like, "Oh, well, people come in and they ask me about whether or not this part would go good with their car." And they're like, "Oh, I have a 2003 Chevy Impala," and he sits there and he says, "Is that spelt with an N?" And they're like, "Excuse me?" Or he'll just sit there and he'll be like, "Yeah, excuse me." And he'll dig in his ear. Or he'll run around and dance. And I've also asked him, how is it that my mom is always so tan? Because it's Alaska here and there is literally no sun. And he says, "Well, when I go to bed, I turn over at night and I give your mom a spray tan." And I'm like, "Ew, Dad, that is disgusting." Ugh. And my boyfriend will just randomly twerk at the most random moments. And I don't know, I think I have the weirdest family ever. I feel like I'm the only sane one sometimes. And I'm not a jerk. And a lot of these jokes have come from like my dad's or my cousin. One day I was laying in front of the TV watching Talladega Nights, I think. And my cousin turns over and my dad's foot falls in his face. And my cousin's like, "Ew, toe jam." And he looks at the toe and I'm like, "My dad doesn't have toe jam." And he's like, "Yeah, look at that." I'm like, "Ew, gross," but he doesn't have toe jam. And so my dad started randomly laughing while he was sleeping. Or we've asked him what are the days of the week, and he's like, "Sunday, laundry, apartment," and he's still sleeping. Or me and my sister Leah have been whispering really quietly like this, and he's like, "Shut up!" And he's like, "What are you guys doing? Why are you being so loud?" I'm like, "Dad, we're whispering." And so he's like, "Just be quieter." And then we won't say anything at all, and he'll be like, "Take the dog outside." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "'Cause he's whining, and it's in my ear." I'm like, "Dad, the dog hasn't even moved. He's still sleeping." And it's just really funny how he can hear things when he's sleeping. And then my grandma, she'll hear things when she's sleeping. She's like, "I got bionic ears." And so me and my sisters will sit in the back bedroom and we'll whisper and giggle and watch funny YouTube videos like parodies of stuff or Jenna Marbles and What Girls Do in the Car. Checking my makeup, or her Miley Cyrus carving the pumpkin video, or baking with Miley Cyrus, and she's like, "I'm not sharing a bed with you, Dad," and she's like freaking out, and it's so funny. And the dad's like, "And this is my song, Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana," and he's sitting there dancing, and it's so funny. I just burst out laughing when I watch her. And so yeah, those are a lot of jokes that my family tells, and I'll sit at school and I'll find something that reminds me of a joke that reminds me of my family. One time I was sitting in class and my friend was just like, "Mrr." I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm being a Denny in her natural habitat. I'm like, and that is? She's like, and that's a bird that looks like this. Mrr. And she'll just walk really funny. Kind of like that. Or I'll be in class. One year I was sitting in class and I saw a bag of like the large scoop Fritos. And so I was like, ew, those look just like my dad's toenails, because my dad's toenails like carve into his toe like my sister's, Leah. But it was like a long, long time ago. And so I'm like, I'm never eating Fritos again. Or I've been told that I'm one of the funniest people around that like my friends know of, and that I should be a comedian, but I don't really see it as much as they do. But I can make some really weird faces, like faces like that, and then I can look completely normal again. Or a bunch of other stuff.
No, like this.
Anyways.
Bulldog. No, it doesn't.
I can't do that one. Or me and my sisters make parodies of songs. Like I did this one for Let It Go, and I was like, let it flow, let it flow. Sometimes you just have to go. Let it flow, let it flow. Yeah. And I do a bunch of gaming and stuff. Oh, here's my sister, my other one.
Hello. What are you doing?
Making a video for YouTube. So, yeah, this is one of my funny videos, and I'm going to be making a lot more like this. So, please like and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos whenever I can.